Okay, I'm going to take you through two investment appraisal techniques. The first one is called net present value, or NPV, and the second one is called internal rate of return, or IRR. We use investment appraisal techniques to find out if it's worthwhile undertaking a particular project, that is spending a particular amount of money, and how much we're going to get back. Is it worthwhile? We're going to look at this question here called Dove PLC, and it's got two investment products, and it wants to know which one it should undertake. And the question says the initial investment will be £20,000, so that's what the initial outlay we call is. And then straight after that says the company's cost of capital is 8%. That's the interest rate that they would be charged if they borrow that particular amount of money. So underneath it says the net cash flow inflows, so that's the difference between outflows, which are payments, and inflows, which are receipts. The net cash inflows from the two projects are estimated to be as follows. So in year zero, the initial outlay is always in year 0. Year 1, inflow of 10. Year 2, inflow of 8. And year 3, inflow of 7. What we need to do in this middle column is we need to get our interest rates, which we're going to get from our discount net present value tables. The first year, the discount factor is always 1. Okay, so if you go to the table, that's 8% interest rate, and you can see you've got it for you've got it for 15 years. We only need it for year 1, 2 and 3, I think. So what we need to do is copy those figures into the table. Okay, and that, like that. And what we're doing by doing this is, you'll see, first year 20,000 is worth 20,000, but the further you go into the future, the value of money actually falls in relation to the current year. So in year 1, £10,000, that should be worth 9,260, and if we do it for the second year, 8,000 is worth 6,856, and the third year, 7,000 is worth 5,558. And what you can see by that those numbers is the further away you go in the future, the less money is worth in relation to today's money. Once we've discounted the cash flows, we need to work out our net present value. So what you do, if you put minus 20,000 in your calculator and add these three figures on, you'll get a figure of 1674. Okay, and what basically you need to think about is, if a net present value is positive, then it's actually a project which should be undertaken. But if you've got two projects, so for example, let's look at project B, slightly different to project A. If I put all the same figures in, we've got different cash flows here. You've got the same discount rate. The discounting cash flow is actually 2031. So if the company had to choose between project A and project B, you'd always go for the project which gives them the highest net present value, and that would be project B. So as you can see, that's what you would choose. So that's net present value. You basically read the question. If the question gives you these net cash flow figures, remember the year 0 is always the year of the initial outlay. Year 1 you put in the cash inflows, or there may even be another outflow in the other years. Get the discount factors from the table, discount them in today's money, and work out what the net present value is there. If you've got another project, do exactly the same thing. If you're comparing two projects, you want the one that gives the highest net present value.